and I'm thinking I'm complimenting you, but I was told it actually bothers you a little bit. Educate me why.
I think if you look on the entirety of my career, I've always been able to perform at a high level. Given obviously I've had a couple of injuries, setbacks the last couple of seasons, but other than that, I think I've always rose to the occasion and played pretty well in my career, throughout my 14-year career.
Rondo, talk to me. First of all, congratulations, especially closing out this Game 6 the way that you did and playing overall throughout these playoffs. Talk to me about this championship compared to the one you captured the first go-round when you were with KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. Was this one the same? Was one more special than the other? Talk to me about that.
You can't. It's hard to compare championships, but the biggest difference in this one is, obviously I won one at 21 years old, and now being 34. But the best thing about it was my son was able to be there with me, and having him go through that experience with me the last couple of weeks in the bubble, him actually understanding the game now at 8 years old, and being able to see how his dad had played an integral part in the role and been in a championship team. So back in '08, my daughter was born. She was born, so she obviously didn't understand what was going on, and my son wasn't alive yet. So being 34, being around the guys, he's a big fan of Jimmy, LeBron, so it's kind of so much so early at a young age, and being able to win a championship while he's by my side was a great feeling.
I want to go back to playoff Rondo. You're not getting off that easy on playoff Rondo. I understand why someone would say, hey, I perform at a certain level regardless. But, brother, that's just not true. In the playoffs, you become a better player, period. It's not just the numbers. The eyeballs tell you. You have to know that. So I've been trying to think of, why is this, right? I mean, everyone talks about your basketball IQ. That's your natural capacity. Everyone talks about you're a student of the game. That's the work you put in. To me, it seems like more set plays in the playoffs, usually more time to prepare. That's going to favor a prepared player who's really a student of the game. Is that it? Is it just heart? Because you're not going to sit here and tell me that playoff Rondo is not a real thing. You elevate under...
Well, appreciate the compliment. And the way you break it down, it does make sense. Obviously, to prepare, it's just as if you were preparing for a test. If you have a couple of days to prepare for the test, you're going to pretty much ace it. And me being a student of the game, understanding different angles, how to break down different team strategies, it does go in my favor. And especially being in the bubble, with obviously less distractions, being able to lock in on one team in particular. And what I love most about this team and our coaching staff is how quickly we learned on the fly. We didn't have a lot of time, obviously, preparing practice, so we had to learn on the fly and film. And Coach Frank Vogel done a great job with his staff as far as breaking the game down to us, simplifying the game plan, and going out and executing as a team. So it is a big difference as far as, back in '08 when we did it. We would go out on the court and walk through about 60-70% of the plays and get it adjusted to what we need to do to make as far as our adjustments. But here, only in the bubble, we've pretty much done it in film. So I'm a big fan of film. I'm a big believer in it, and I'm always die by it, for the most part.
Rajon, I want to ask you about what Frank Vogel said. He said LeBron the universe has ever seen. Obviously, you've played on championship teams with a lot of talented players, including yourself. But what does he have that nobody else has?
I'm going to say nobody else has, because KG had it at the highest level. I would say the discipline, the work he puts in daily, his regimen, how much he invests in his body. He has, I would say, arguably the best trainer all the time. He's a GOAT. Mike is the man. He's ready for LeBron when he comes out of timeout score. He's even ready. So he's done a great job preparing himself mentally and physically. The work he puts into the game is unmatched, and his IQ is at a whole entirely different level. So he brings everything, all aspects of the game. He can dominate the game in so many different ways besides scoring, and that's what he does on a nightly basis.
Rondo, when people talk about you right now, obviously you being a two-time champion and being the floor general that you are, by the way, revered even by LeBron, who has spoken incredibly highly of you, and rightfully so. I'm sorry to bring this up, but, you've got a decision to make, option on your contract, if I remember correctly. And I have it on good authority that there are several teams that will be interested in you, including a team that plays in the same town. Okay, so who knows what's going to happen. When it comes to you and your future, do you see yourself being a Laker for years to come? Or is this something that you're going to entertain moving forward?
I'm definitely going to entertain it. Obviously, always thinking about running it back with a great group of guys. Like I said, coaching staff, I can't thank those guys enough for giving me a shot the last couple of years. It's been fun playing and amazing playing for this organization. My agent and I will sit down and talk. But right now, I'm just kind of enjoying the moment, continuing to ride this high out. I don't want to think about free agency right now. I got a couple months to do that as well. But right now, I'm enjoying this time with my family, friends, take a lot of great vacations, and keep enjoying life.
Rajon, before we let you go, I mean, you had to be in Orlando for so many days. What was the first thing that you wanted to do when you finally got to leave?
Eat real food. Food I'm accustomed to on a daily basis. So I had an amazing meal last night. I ordered with my eyes and my stomach. So I pretty much ordered the entire menu. I had dessert for the first time in over 100 days. So I dug in pretty good. And right now my stomach doesn't hurt, so I'm okay. But I'm going to continue to
I love
my time off and relax. So.
I need to know, Molly.
Have a real meal. Yeah, go ahead.
Are we okay with playoff Rondo now? After our talk
deal,
today on this show,
Rondo?
are we good with playoff Rondo or still no good with playoff Rondo?
I'm okay with it. You know, I do rise to the occasion.
All right,
and
good.
pride myself on, obviously, you know, playing at a high level when need be.
That's fair. But Max, he doesn't love it, so I'm going to stay out of it.
It is meant as a compliment.
I know,
and
but I'm going to stay away from it. No question. He takes it up another level when the stakes are the highest. So, yes, that's for sure. Okay, enjoy all the dessert in the world, all the 5-star restaurants, being home, sleeping in your old bed. Congrats. Thanks for the time today.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Bro.
All right.
Appreciate it.
The Eagles lose again, and patience is running low with their expensive franchise quarterback. Find out just how close these guys are to giving up on Wentz.
Yeah. Nothing. Just win to win for us. Got to be better in Game 6 and close the series.
James goes to the rim once again, lays it up and in.
Trying to win himself another ring.
Oh, Rajon Rondo putting on a show.
This game has completely gotten away from Miami.
This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's one of the greatest feelings in the world. Right up there, one of the greatest accomplishments I have.
Our next guest, he's got 2 rings now. First one with Boston back in the day, and now he was a huge part of the Lakers winning their chip. Rajon Rondo here with us. So good to have you with us. And Rajon, I want to start with your nickname, because here I was kind of teasing you, and I'm saying playoff Rondo, complimenting you, but I was told it actually bothers you a little bit. Educate me why.
I think if you look on the entirety of my career, I've always been able to perform at a high level. Given obviously I've had a couple of injuries, setbacks the last couple of seasons, but other than that, I think I've always rose to the occasion and played pretty well in my career, throughout my 14-year career.
Rondo, talk to me, first of all, congratulations, especially closing out this Game 6 the way that you did and playing overall throughout these playoffs. Talk to me about this championship compared to the one you captured the first go-round when you were with KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. Was this one the same? Was one more special than the other? Talk to me about that.
Obviously, I won at 21 years old, and now I'm being 34. But the best thing about it was my son was